Hi there. Today about life principles. Principles to live by to create the life you want or have the best experience of life possible. And right up there is right attitude. You know how they say attitude is everything? Is that so? Yeah, I reckon attitude is very, very, very important in life. One of the most important life principles is right attitude. So let's go into it a little bit. So what is your attitude towards life? If you are in this biggest crowd ever that lives in this planet, your attitude towards life is, this is it. This is it. There is nothing else. You might believe that there is something after, and then by living in a certain way in this life that you have, you can maybe get into a certain place afterwards where you will have some good experiences, but that is all. That doesn't change that this is it. This is the only thing you have. This is your attitude. And because of that attitude, you do all sorts of things to cram whatever is possible into this thing you have, this life you have. You might feel it's a struggle, it's a suffering, it's something you have to get by and clench your teeth, or you might feel that this is something to enjoy to the max for as long as you can, because you never know when it's going to end, and it always ends, and so on and so on. This is it. This is your attitude. And that attitude influences every single thing and thought and action and everything you do in this so-called life. It is all influenced and colored totally by this attitude that you have. This is it. This is the only thing I have. This is it. And after that it will be nothing, or will be something but somewhere else, not here. This is it. What if it is not? What if this is not it? What if your attitude is wrong? What if you need to change your attitude towards life? Think about it. What if, from the moment you were born, the people around you, the society around you, would present you with an attitude that says, this is the opportunity to get our experiences. This physical reality that we experience is here just to get experiences, whatever they are, good or bad, or in between, mixed bag, as it always is, mixed bag. That's all there is. Everything is the same. Every experience is treated the same, because this physical reality that we experience is here just to get a different experiences. And what I mean is different experience totally on the whole scale, from the saddest sadness, the deepest sort of a turmoil and despair, to the highest level of enthusiasm, happiness, bliss, whatever you call it. Everything and everything in between. This is it. So whatever experience there is, it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't influence anything, because this is not it. This is just here to experience, to get a different experiences that we cannot get it otherwise. If we did not have the experience of this physical level, we would not be able as souls to get experiences, to experience this whole huge scale of different feelings and emotions that we can experience, that we enjoy. That's what we watch movies for. That's what we go to theater for. That's what we watch video games for, to sort of experience all these different feelings and emotions that we're not maybe able to experience in this short span of time that is so-called human life. So just think about it for a moment. What if from the moment you were born into this society who is telling you that this is not it? This is just the lowest level of consciousness, and consciousness has many different levels. And who you are is not this physical experience that you have, but who you are is something that is totally limitless, totally eternal, and is a soul. It is a totality of consciousness, and that there are different levels of consciousness, and this physical level that we experience is just the lowest level. And once this experience of the so-called life, of this short period of time that you have in one lifespan, your body perishes, but you, the soul, goes into different transformations and travels into different levels of consciousness. And you experience different levels of consciousness. You might come back and go into another cycle of life, whether it's a human being or whether it's an animal or whether it's a plant, some other form of life. Or you might go to some other levels of consciousness. Or you might even go all the way to the top, to the highest level of consciousness, which is totality of consciousness, which is so-called God or Creator or Source or whatever you call it, source of everything there is. So this is a question of attitude. Instead of having the attitude of this is it, I mean, we just have to do our best. We just have to cram in whatever we can, or we have to clench our teeth. We can't do any better because this is it and death is imminent. Instead of this attitude towards life, you should change your attitude towards life into this is here to experience, to get experiences. This is just the lowest level of consciousness, the most crude, the most limited, in a way, level of consciousness, where we experience things that are bound by physical rules, the physical laws, because we experience this reality as a physical reality. And every action has a reaction. Nothing can happen without a cause, and everything has an effect. So while we experience this physical reality, we cannot escape these physical laws. That's why this sort of a lowest level of consciousness, the physical reality, the experience of physical reality, is very limited. On the other hand, what we do have here on this level of experience, of physical experience, is so-called free will. The experience of free will. A real free will is not here. Everything is already determined. But there is an experience of free will. And with this experience of free will, we can go and seek high levels of consciousness. We can go all the way up and experience all the levels of consciousness that we are able to experience and that we are able to be aware of as human beings. So it's absolutely beautiful. The whole system, the whole scheme, the whole different levels of consciousness, everything is just exquisite. So change your attitude towards life. Apply this life principle of right attitude. Right attitude is the way to go, and it will absolutely change everything. And to say everything, I mean everything. Not just this restricted physical experience that we have on the lowest level of consciousness. Attitude. Absolutely right. Attitude is everything. Take care. Bye-bye.